Welcome to this presentation on the best practices for workplace safety. Today, we will explore fundamental principles, preventive measures, and key strategies to ensure a safe and productive working environment. This session aims to help you understand the importance of proactive safety planning and provide you with practical tools to apply these principles in your work. Risk assessment, a two-step process. Let's start by discussing risk assessment, which involves two key steps: identifying hazards and evaluating their probability. First, identifying hazards requires us to recognize potential dangers in the workplace. These include risks like falls from working at heights or slippery surfaces, improper use or maintenance of tools, and exposure to toxic, flammable, or corrosive chemicals without adequate protection. Once we've identified the hazards, the next step is to evaluate their probability. This means analyzing how often these risks occur, such as daily risks associated with using tools, and assessing the severity of potential consequences, like injuries, material losses, or environmental impacts. This analysis allows us to prioritize the most critical risks and determine the appropriate corrective measures to put in place. Proactive safety planning. Risk assessment is just the beginning. Effective safety management requires proactive planning, which focuses on three main areas: prevention, controls, and procedures. Prevention involves anticipating and eliminating risks before they occur. This might include identifying defective equipment, providing training programs, using personal protective equipment, PPE, and implementing specific procedures to avoid incidents. Controls are measures taken to manage identified risks. These include eliminating hazards where possible, reducing their impact or likelihood of occurrence, and isolating risks through barriers or protocols. Finally, procedures act as a guide for responding to emergencies. They include incident protocols, evacuation drills, first aid training, and the use of PPE to ensure worker safety. Essential safety equipment. Now let's discuss essential safety equipment, which plays a critical role in workplace safety. Hard hats, for example, are indispensable in environments with risks of head injuries from falling objects or impacts, such as construction sites or industrial areas. Safety shoes are designed to protect feet from injuries caused by heavy objects, sharp materials, or electrical hazards. They must also be slip-resistant and puncture-proof. Safety gloves protect hands from cuts, burns, chemicals, and other mechanical risks. The type of glove chosen depends on the task, whether it's handling chemicals, heavy-duty work, or precise tasks requiring lightweight gloves. The importance of personal protective equipment, PPE. When working on the field, PPE becomes indispensable. For example, safety goggles protect the eyes from mechanical risks, like flying debris, as well as chemical splashes or intense heat. It's crucial to choose goggles suited for specific tasks to ensure comfort and consistent protection. Hearing protection, such as earplugs or noise-canceling headsets, is essential in noisy environments to prevent hearing loss. The right protection depends on noise levels, especially for exposure to sound above 85 dB. Workwear is another vital aspect of PPE. Reflective jackets, flame-resistant suits, or cut-resistant clothing protect against physical injuries, extreme temperatures, and chemical risks. Managing special risks in field work. Fieldwork presents unique risks that require special attention. For instance, managing hazardous substances involves proper storage, handling, and disposal of toxic or flammable chemicals. Workers must use PPE, be trained in substance management, and have access to emergency procedures like decontamination protocols and fire extinguishers. Clear and visible signage is also critical for marking hazardous zones and warning workers of potential dangers. Finally, monitoring weather conditions is essential. Extreme weather can pose significant safety challenges, so regular updates, adjusted schedules, and appropriate protective gear are necessary. In severe cases, evacuation plans or work suspensions may be required. 5 Fundamental Principles of Safety. Let's focus on 5 fundamental principles that should guide workplace safety. 1. Risk prevention. This involves identifying and mitigating dangers before they occur through training, inspections, and effective use of safety equipment. 2. Protecting individuals, ensuring the well-being of employees by providing adequate PPE and fostering a healthy work environment. 3. Compliance with standards, adhering to local and international safety regulations to maintain a secure workplace. 4. Continuous training, regularly educating employees about job-specific risks and emergency procedures to ensure they are always prepared. 5. Rapid incident response, establishing clear protocols to respond effectively to accidents, minimizing damage and protecting workers. Equipment maintenance. A key part of workplace safety is ensuring that equipment is well maintained. This begins with regular checks to detect wear or faults early. Frequent inspections allow us to assess the condition of critical components, such as safety systems and wiring, and identify potential problems. Preventive and corrective maintenance involves cleaning, lubricating, and replacing worn parts to ensure equipment efficiency and longevity. Building a culture of safety. Safety isn't just about rules and equipment, it's about fostering a culture of safety. Commitment from both management and employees is vital. This means actively participating in safe practices, supporting safety initiatives, and creating an environment where safety is a shared priority. Clear and open communication is equally important. Regularly share information about risks, best practices, and emergency procedures. Encourage employees to report hazards or incidents without hesitation. Lastly, training should be an ongoing process. Through regular awareness programs, skill development, and practical exercises, employees stay informed and competent in handling workplace risks. Conclusion. Workplace safety is a continuous process and an essential element for the well-being of employees. By following these fundamental principles, using the appropriate safety equipment, and fostering a culture of safety, we can create a safer and more productive work environment. Thank you for your attention, and let's make safety our top priority.